Before there were kings, there were tribes, 12 of them, scattered, weary, breaking under the weight of chaos. They were not led by crowns, but by voices, judges, and prophets. But the people looked around and saw monarchs rising in every land. They wanted power, a throne, a name, and in the desire, the covenant trembled. This is the story of when faith collided with empire and the prophets who tried to stop the fire from dying. Hey, wait. Every video I'm getting views in hundreds, but three, maximum four likes. Do you forget every time? Well, that's not your fault. It's mine. I don't communicate enough. But watch this video till the end if you really liked it, and hence hit the like button. Press subscribe if you want to be with me in this entire journey. And I'll be waiting for your comments to get that valuable feedback. Enjoy. In the days of the judges, Israel was a storm of tribes. No king, no capital, just clans held together by stories and survival. The Ark of the Covenant, once the divine bond, lay forgotten as radar struck and blood feuds burned. Then the people came to Samuel, not for prophecy, but for politics. We want a king, they cried. Samuel warned them. A king would enslave your sons, take your harvests, and forget Yahweh. But they would not listen. So Saul was crowned, tall, fierce, unstable. And when he disobeyed Yahweh, the crown passed to David, the shepherd warrior. David made Jerusalem a city of God, and his son, Solomon, made it a city of gold. But with gold came idols, with treaties came pagan wives, with wives came gods like Molech and Asherah. The temple stood, but the covenant cracked. As kings grew drunk on power, voices rose from the wilderness. Not priests, not rulers, prophets. Samuel cursed Saul. Nathan pointed to David's sin. Elijah stood alone on Mount Carmel, calling fire down from the heaven. Hosea spoke of love betrayed. Amos rode against the rich. Let justice roll like a river. Isaiah trembled before Yahweh, burning in glory. They were messengers of fire, suffering for truth. They didn't just speak for God, they spoke as if God Himself had something left to say. After the death of Solomon, Israel broke. 10 tribes formed the northern kingdom of Israel. 2 remained as Judah in the south. Israel had strength, Judah had the temple, but both had idols. Golden calves stood at Bethel, high places rose on every hill. In Judah, pride hid corruption. In Israel, innovation bred apostasy. The prophets warned, "You have divided your land and your God." The prophets weren't heroes, they were hated. They walked alone, mocked, hunted, thrown into pits. Yet they carried Yahweh's fire like it was the last light in the dark, because they believed that the covenant still mattered, even when no one else did. This wasn't just a political schism, it was a war for Israel's soul. Yahweh versus Baal, Jerusalem versus the high places. The prophets thundered, "Yahweh is not one among many. He is one alone. But the people, fearful and pragmatic, chose gods of rain, grain, and sex. What is loyalty to a god you cannot see when others promise rain tomorrow? The kings wanted peace, the people wanted comfort, but Yahweh demanded faithfulness. The covenant wasn't just a contract, it was a marriage, and Israel kept cheating. This part of the story isn't heroic, it's human. A nation rising, then unraveling, kings chasing power, prophets chasing God, and the people caught between them. Next comes the exile, collapse, and the faith shattered, yet transformed. But that's for chapter 4. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to get notified whenever I post and whatever I post. See you in the next one.